I've always believed as a Democrat that those who have to abide by the law should be able to choose those who make the law.
It's very important for young people to vote. I think if every young person votes, it sends a more powerful message. I think if 60% of young people aren't voting, it's like the biggest party out there is the apathy party, and if everybody could come together and unite and share their votes, then I think we could change everything.
I think it's really important for young people to vote because things we vote on now are going to affect us later in life.
It's our future, we are the future, so why should we have a say in what's going to be our generation?
Young people are 20% of the population, but they're 100% of the future, so really important.
I think the problem is if young people don't vote, it means older people are the only ones who vote, and then politicians focus all of their time thinking about issues that affect older people because they think, well, they're the only ones who bother to vote.
Voting isn't something we should take for granted because it's not a right that we've always had. People have fought for it and died for the right to vote, and I think to honour what they stood for, we should exercise that right to vote, whether young or old.
I think many people are switched off by what they read about politicians and politics. Many people don't realise that actually politics affects their everyday lives, and therefore they need to have a say.
Many young people have said to me, we don't know how to make choices between different political parties.
No one teaches them the importance of exercising their right to vote.
We live in a generation which is like the plasma generation. It's all about media and up-to-date technology, which I think the government is centuries behind, and I think education is a huge factor, and I think it's not about not wanting to vote, it's not knowing how to vote, not knowing how to register, that they have to register. I think it's just lack of education.
It's our problem. We need to get out to young people who really care about political issues, and we've got to make sure that they realise that the political party system is a really good way, if you get involved in it, in influencing the things that matter to you. Policies that will make a direct difference to their lives and their ability to get on in life. Also policies that recognise the pressures on young people, and I think at times, you know, politicians don't do anything like enough of that. They think that if you go along to a kind of a thing without your tie on, then you're getting through to young people. It's an absolutely ridiculous way to approach it.
I think that they should stop their party political bickering and actually start doing something, because at the moment they don't do anything. They sit there, Prime Minister's question time, acting like 5-year-olds, saying, well, you're wrong, no, you're wrong. And I think they should actually do something to show people that they can be trusted and run the country well.
I think we need to start teaching really young, so if we start teaching the importance of voting, the importance of the political system at like age 5 and work that way through, people have been educated into this system and they know that it's important.
Just actively going out there and just talking to young people, I think they get a better sense of who they are, because at the moment young people are educated by the media rather than the political system and the education system.
I think politicians have a responsibility to make sure that they are relevant to young people, that they talk to young people, that they have an offer for young people that makes sense, and that they talk about that in a language that young people can understand. But equally, I think there's a responsibility on young people too to get involved and force politicians to put issues on the agenda that are important to them. I think the first thing to do is to speak up. So every young person will have a member of parliament, and they'll also have local councillors as well. Often local councillors are good people to contact and speak to, because they're making decisions about how money is spent in local areas, including on services for young people like youth services. So contacting your local councillors, contacting your local MPs is a really good way to start.
Young people can get involved by attending the MP surgeries. I think they are available. MPs will listen to young people. I don't think there are that many young people who want to go and tell their MPs what they listen to. Also, local youth forums and youth councils, very, very good organisations.
Just about in every walk of life, what goes on is as a result of a political decision, and we need to make clear to people that's why, whether they like politicians, whether they like political parties, or whether they like the political process or not, it's actually all about what affects your life. And don't you want to have a say in that?